If you want to scale your cold outbound process, then this strategy that I'm about to show you in this video is a must for you. I wouldn't recommend using it if you're still new at appointment setting, or you're not really consistent with your appointment setting, or you haven't trained and managed any setters yet. Then I would wait a little bit with this process, because with this process you're going to send out 500 plus messages each day, and you need to manage 4 people, 4 team members you have to manage. So I would only recommend using this process if you are already an expert in appointment setting, because if you're not, it's probably not going to work out. So what is this all about? What we're going to do, I'm just going to explain it like really quickly, is we're going to get 2 VAs who's going to do the lead gen for us on Instagram, and they'll be send out the openers. So that way they don't have to manage the appointment setting. They just have to find the people and send the opener to these prospects. And when we send out a bunch of these messages, a bunch of these openers, like 500 openers, then we'll hire another 2 setters. These appointment setters, they're not going to look for any leads. They will just continue the conversations with the prospects that replies to our first message. So that way, the first half of the team can focus on the lead generation, and the second half of the team can focus on finishing the conversations. But how does it actually look like? So first, the hiring process. VA and setter. We find them on Facebook or onlinejobs.ph. You're going to have 30 interview calls through these platforms, and you'll hire 2 VAs and 2 setters from these 30 interview calls. I'm not going to explain it really in depth in this video, because I already have a hiring process on my YouTube channel. Look for this video and you'll understand my whole hiring process on how I do things. Once we have the 2 VAs and 2 setters onboarded, here's what we're going to do. So we got 2 VAs. They get 4 Instagram profiles each, and they start doing lead gen. Basically, they're going to find the right people. You got to have a process for that, who to look for, how qualified these leads are, and just, what people to look for. You're going to teach it to your VAs, and they start doing lead gen on 4 profiles. How that's going to look like is these prospects are either handpicked, or you're using an automation. Now, an automation sounds fancy and all, but those prospects are going to be way worse than handpicking all the prospects. So you can use the automation, you can use the faster way, but the replies are going to be worse because the prospects are going to be worse, basically because, they're not random people, but they're not handpicked. So they're going to find 500 profiles per day, 250 per VA, and that's going to cost them about 10 hours per day, 10 hours of working per day. And once they find these 250 people, 250 prospects that are qualified, that looks qualified on their profile, and that are in our ICP, then what you're going to do is they send the opener, they send them a curiosity-based opener, and if they handpick these prospects, then you're going to get approximately a 15% reply rate, which is 75 conversations per day, which is about 37 conversations per VA. So if you hire 2 VAs, you can have 75 conversations every single day. Every single day. Now, once it's done and they send out the curiosity-based openers, that's their job done for the day. The VAs don't have to do anything else. We go to the 2 setters, the other part of the team. So, like the VAs, they're going to get 7 profiles as well, and they're going to follow a conversation process, each setter. I have a video about that as well. The DM setting flow that I've been using for me and my clients as well. And basically with this conversation process, they're going to qualify the prospects and create trust, build a relationship and sell the product basically. And if they're qualified, they will propose a call and they're going to book in a meeting. If not, then we'll send them back to another funnel. But I have a video about that as well on my YouTube channel. I have a video about everything, so don't worry. I got everything taken care of. Okay. So the VI found the profiles, they send out the messages, a lot of messages, 250 messages per day per VA. They find the right people, they get a really good reply rate, and they get 75 conversations per day combined, and the 2 setters will book them in a meeting. Now, here's how this process looks like broken down. So with 4 profiles, we send out 250 messages, and altogether we're going to use 8 profiles, and we're going to send out 500 messages per day. So what that means is 500 messages per day with a 15% reply rate, you're going to get 75 replies. And from the 75 replies, 50% of them is going to be positive. So about 35 conversations are going to be positive. And with 35 positive conversations, you'll book 5 to 10 meetings per day easily. With 35 replies. That's a 20% booking rate. And from the overall replies, you're going to book about 10%. But you can easily book in 20% of the positive replies. I'm doing it myself. Like, here's my client. And at this point, you're going to need a closer because you cannot handle 10 appointments per day. Here's my client. One of his setter booked 3 appointments and his other setter booked another 3 appointments. So is that easy? Now, of course, we have 2 VAs and 2 setters. What is it going to cost me to run all these setters and VAs now? The cost of 2 VAs, so they are doing the lead gen and the openers, they cost $3 per hour each. So that means they cost $6 per hour each. They work 10 hours per day. So that means you need to pay your VAs 60 hours per day, or $60 per day, sorry. And if they work 5 days a week, then they work approximately 20 days. I just said something, they're going to work 20 days per month. So that means you're going to pay them 1.2K, but they're going to send out like 10,000 messages per month. So it's worth it. Trust me. So your VAs are going to cost you $60 per day. And your appointment setters, we're going to look for commission-based appointment setters. So we don't have to pay anything upfront. If you want to, you can pay them a monthly salary or a pay-per appointment deal, but you can easily find appointment setters for a 5% commission deal. So that means is that they get a 5% commission per sale. Let's say you have a $5,000 sale, they get $250 per sale per appointment setter. So it's really not that expensive. And if you book 5 to 10 meetings per day, you can close at least I don't know, like 3 to 6 meetings you can easily close. Let's say worst case scenario, you close 1 to 2, meetings per day. That's amazing. That means you're making 5K per day. Jesus, that's easily 100K per month. And all you need is 2 VAs and 2 appointment setters that's working happily for you. You pay them well, you treat them, you manage them, you give them all the resources, and it shouldn't be a problem. So again, just to go through this whole process, you get the 2 VAs, you make them do the Instagram lead gen, so finding the right people. They're going to find you 500 profiles each day. It's going to cost them about 10 hours per day. They send the curiosity-based opener to the prospect, and they go to the next prospect, and they do it 250 more times. And from these 500, they're going to get a 15% reply rate, which is 75 conversations. Then we go to the 2 setters. They follow a conversation process. They qualify the prospects. And if they are qualified, they're going to propose a meeting, and they book them in. So that's the process. About how they are sending the messages, I didn't really write it down. So let me just get this tool and let me just make this breakdown for you. So what we do is we send out 20 messages per session per account. And we use 4 accounts. So we time it by 4. So one session is basically 80 new messages. And we do this 3 times per day. So we send out like 240, 250 messages every single day per VA. Because if you send out more than 20 per account per session, you're going to get blocked. So look out for this, that don't send out more than 20 messages at once, because your account is going to get blocked. So again, you send out 20 messages per session per account, and you do it 4 times because you have 4 accounts. So then you're going to send out 80 messages per session. You do it 3 times. You do one in the morning, you do one in the afternoon, and you do one in the evening. And then it's going to come out to 240 and 250 messages per day easily by using this process. Like I've broken down these numbers, it's really possible to book in 5 to 10 meetings per day with this process. But the hard thing about it is that you need to manage 4 people, and you need to have all the resources to to teach all of these guys what to do, because otherwise, if you're just starting out or you're not that advanced in appointment setting, then this process is going to be it's going to break down. It's not going to work out for your business. So what I recommend you do is, be an expert in appointment setting and then implement this system. Or if you want somebody else to implement this system for you, then booking a call with me down below. If you're a coach that's making between 5 to 15K per month and you're looking to scale, but you don't know how, you've been sending cold outreach messages all day by yourself, and you need proper systems, you need a team, you need ads, you need appointment setters, you need all of these things at once, then like I said, booking a call with me down below. It's January. I actually have a limited time offer right now. It's a 33% off for my offer right now. So this is the best time to buy right now. And yes, we'll implement this exact system for your business as well. We'll make it happen, and we'll close you one meeting per day easily. So that's it for this video, guys. Follow me on Instagram. It's in the description, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.